Stay Bombad.
To the Bombadcast.
What is going on, Bombad fam? It's your boy, Scotty Jarreau here with the Bombadcast. Yes, super excited to be here. We have a great guest and a great conversation fixing to happen about the most anticipated thing since The Rise of Skywalker. No, actually, since the Clone Wars. Since the Clone Wars ending, which we had him on at some point to talk about that too. Anyway, so here at the Bombadcast, we're a part of that was actually perfect, Beyond the Blast Doors Network. And we are a part of a fantastic community consisting of people like around the galaxy, Postcards from Galaxy's Edge, Holo Chronicles, Beyond the Blast Doors Live. And I think that's actually it. So here at our network, we also have what we refer to as a Patreon. And all the information on this can be found at beyondtheblastdoors.com. And if you really, really feel the need to support it, you can always donate. We're willing to take all of your money if you are that generous, but we're also willing to take just a little bit to sustain all the content creating we have across all these platforms, our live shows, these kind of weird discussion shows, anything dealing with this community, we're happy to support and bring it in. So without further ado, I'm very excited to bring in my guest. We've had him on 4 or 5, maybe 5 times now. And we talked about this show before and how excited we are to have him back because this show means so much to both of us. We've actually sat down and watched pretty much every episode together. I'm referring to the one and only Elder Pug 27, my cousin Troy Jarreau. What's up, T? How we doing, dog?
Hey, what's up?
He was on the phone with Jerry, who's currently on Indoor. He's at Happy Tree Village.
Happy Tree Village, man. How you doing, Scotty, man? Good to see you. Good to see you, man.
I'm glad you're on, cuz. And it's funny enough, Troy literally lives. Let's see if I'm facing this. Troy lives that way.
Let me go throw a football at you real quick.
Literally, we really should have planned a bit where I had a football and you just went outside and threw it and I went back. Yeah. Anyway, no, but Troy lives right there, and it's so funny because it's just so much easier just to do it this way. I don't know. It could have had over, but we would have been like squeezed in one little frame talking like this towards each other, but this just works so much better.
Right. Yeah, dude, I like this, man. This is a nice little setup you got going on here. And you know what's funny? I didn't even notice the baby Yoda sitting behind you, man.
Dude, how creepy is that?
I didn't even notice that.
Look, I'm going to go grab him because, and I'm also wearing pajama pants. I've had a pretty productive day for anyone that's looking at my attire. But yeah, we are talking about the one and only little man today, and his super important role this season. Hopefully, looking forward to that. But I don't know. I'm stoked. So on today's episode, we got Troy on to talk about the Mandalorian Season 2 trailer. We're going to get a full breakdown as to what is happening and what do we think is going to happen and our anticipation for it. So I want to say one thing with the trailer, and I think you can attest to the same thing, Troy. It did not reveal too much, but how perfect was that trailer?
It gave you a little bit of everything you wanted to see, but without revealing anything. It was just a little bit of this and that, and man, I was hyped. I remember I actually was working. I was in the middle of work, and you sent me the video for it.
I was freaking out.
Yeah, you sent me the video for it on YouTube, and I was like, I had stuff going on, and I was like, you know what? I'm literally going to stop what I'm doing because I have to watch this little 2-minute clip right here. Like, nothing else is more important right now. So,
not at all.
It was great, man. I mean, everything. I couldn't believe it.
It was so ideal because it wasn't enough, like, you know, when you watch the trailers for, like, the movies, they're always jam packed with all this crazy dialogue, and the fact that they reused dialogue from that last episode.
Right. Yeah. The fact that gave me the goosebumps whenever
it did.
They started hearing the armor talk, and it's like you gotta bring this little dude back to where he came from, and it's like so you need to fight a band of sorcerers to bring this thing back. And it's like, this is the way, right? And it's like, this is the way.
It's just like, I don't know. It's so, you know what? I imagine when this show was developed, they did do it in 2 seasons. Like they wrote it all out that way. But like, my God, like the way it connects is going to be so awesome to watch it as a full story. And
it is.
I'm just looking forward to every Friday getting a chance to watch it. And I think that's one of the few things that, like, I don't know, like during all this COVID stuff, like I was really worried. And I know they announced it before, but I was worried, like to my core, that this show would be delayed as well as everything else has been delayed.
Oh, yeah.
And like, dude, we're so lucky. This is still coming out with no issues.
No issues, man. And it's actually coming out earlier. I mean,
Yes.
It was November?
I think it was the middle of November.
Middle of November last year,
yeah.
And we're getting it the day before Halloween. So that's like the big start to the weekend, right? So you got to think, man. You got Friday. You're gonna like, oh man, all right, we got Mando coming out, and then of course we have a Saturday Halloween, which is pretty rare already.
That's like, awesome.
You usually don't get a Saturday Halloween, and then you get daylight savings time on top of that night.
I did not know that.
Yeah, and then like I think there's like a full moon or something. That I don't know. It's gonna be
that's going to be wild. And you know what's even better, dude? And it just dawned on me. I don't know what Aiden's gonna be as for Halloween, or if you have anything planned. But like
Spider-Man.
Oh, that's sick. Well, that makes sense.
He wants to be Spider-Man. He said already.
That's it. Already determined. Well,
yep.
I was at Costco and I was looking, and I was walking by stuff, and I saw the little kid's Mandalorian costume, and I'm like, dude, so many little kids are gonna like. Remember when you were a kid?
Baby Yoda and Mando are going to be huge this year for sure.
Oh, dude, totally. And you remember when you were a kid and like, I don't know, you didn't realize things were coming out when they came out. And like the fact that there's going to be a new Mando episode and then Halloween, these kids are going to be going crazy for it. I'm so stoked. I'm stoked, man. It's going to be awesome. And like, I don't know, I'm just happy we finally got something because it's been weird on social media and during all this very tense climate of COVID and the politics. It's just like everywhere you go is always pretty really strong on both ends. And there's no medium level. But when this trailer dropped, I mean, like Twitter, Facebook, everything was it was a happy day. And it was like a light in the darkness, man. And
it really was. I mean, everything going on, you got all this political stuff and COVID, and it was really just a sigh of relief.
It really was. And the fact that like we said earlier, it didn't show too much, so like it gives me so much more to anticipate. And I don't like when a trailer does too much or shows you too much. Like literally, like the TLJ trailer, I remember ending on Kylo Ren like extending his hand out to Rey, and I'm like, oh my God, like that's gonna happen in the movie. You know what I mean? Like that's not fake. You know what I mean?
Right.
And like
your brain with so many questions.
Oh yeah. And like this one, you're just like, oh man, we get this.
I can't wait. Let's bring it. Let's watch it right now.
So let's do that right now. We're gonna do a live watch along. We're gonna watch it all the way through first, and then we're gonna go back frame by frame and analyze this puppy. So let me get everything pulled up real quick, and we will have our real-time reactions. And so funny enough, just to give a little bit of backstory, Troy said he was at work and he said, I don't care if the CEO of my company walks in right now and tries to stop me from watching this trailer. But I was off work for because we had that hurricane that was supposed to come through, and like I had heard murmurs that on Twitter that it was going to drop, and all of a sudden, this is my little story for it. Disney Star Wars page, or the Star Wars YouTube page, had listed a video, but they listed it as private under the Mandalorian freaking playlist, and it was driving me crazy. And I don't know, for a while there, it dropped on Twitter, but it didn't drop on YouTube because it was blocked in America, and I don't know why. So waiting
all
for
your
that.
Twitter posts.
I was going nuts.
And everybody else was too. It was like it was trending before it even released.
Yes.
Like, it's literally like, okay, something is about to happen for Mando. They just put something on YouTube, private, and it's basically,
so ridiculous.
It was scheduled for a certain time to release.
Yes. And funny thing, usually with Star Wars stuff, Troy, they usually, and I mean, this, you were at my house for the Tross trailer. They have like at this time on this day, it's going to drop then.
Right.
And like, dude, no, like the night before, no one knew. And then just doom that morning of like little things or breadcrumbs, man. And then here we are. Yeah. Just waiting.
Like, let's see if anybody figures it out. They're probably like, somebody's going to say something and figure it out. And it's like, you can't, on a level like that, you can't just drop stuff. And it's like, maybe nobody's going to see it. But
exactly. And for the fact that it's like, obviously such an anticipated thing. Like I think it's got, I didn't see it. Something about 5 million. Let me see. 8 million views right now, And I think it was smart dropping it this early because, give it, it's only been 5 days. Give it like another 3 weeks, probably another trailer is going to drop. It's going to have a little bit more, and then that's going to be the one that I
saw today on cable. Like we have cable, and they had the trailer, like a mini clip, a mini trailer for it. Dropped.
Wow!
And it was like
dude.
Mandalorian season 2 streaming on Disney Plus. Like
that gets me pumped, dude. Yep. That gets me pumped.
It was the bantha and like all that.
Yeah.
It wasn't as long, obviously, as the trailer, but it was a little, I don't know, probably 15, 30-second clip, something like that.
Oh, dude, I'm stoked. Well, let's get this thing pulled up, and we're going to watch it live. I'm going to make sure, Troy, whenever I click play, that the sound actually comes through. All right, let's see. We should be able to hear it. All right, well, I'm going to click play, and hopefully y'all enjoy watching this as well, as much as we do. Here we go.
I can hear it.
Show me the one whose safety deemed such destruction. You must reunite it with its own kind.
Where?
This you must determine.
So sick.
The songs of eons past tell of battles between Mandalore the Great and an order of sorcerers called Jedi.
You expect me to search the galaxy and deliver this creature to a race of enemy sorcerers?
This is the way.
This is no place for a child. Wherever I go, he goes. So I've heard.
I love it.
This is the way.
Oh man, I love that show. That show's so good, dude.
I love the intro, of this trailer, and I totally forgot about it. But the ship flying in, dude,
oh yeah,
it looks like it's just been destroyed.
Dude, the hatch is open. It's nuts. I wonder what happened. I can't wait to see. It could very well start with this shot. You know what I mean?
It very well could. I could totally expect it to start out with that. They look like they're over Jupiter too. The planet looks so interesting. Dude, it's so crazy. And you're a big fan of Game of Thrones, but how much Game of Thrones changed watching TV, and same with damn it, why is it not coming to my head?
Walking Dead, like it all looks like a movie. And like literally this opening shot, like look at this. But this looks like it's from a movie. It looks like it should be a Star Trek or a Star Wars movie. It looks incredible. And like, I don't know. I'm just so happy we can get like this kind of storytelling now. It's just so freaking awesome.
Right, that opening sequence right there, this ship flying in, and then you got the alien style music starting off.
Yes.
Blah, 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 blah.
Yes, dude, that throat singing. All right, so
throat singing.
we're gonna go frame by frame and check this thing out. Let me see. Make sure this works. Oh yeah, we're gonna do it. So it might buffer a little bit, but we're gonna make it work. We'll go to a significant shot. This area is interesting to me because this planet looks like a blue-green planet. So maybe it's the one he's going to that has the water on it. It could be Mon Cala. What do you think of that, by the way? For someone who likes Mon Cala and Quarren, that shot was so freaking awesome.
That was.
Like, just dissecting it. Oh, my God. I can't wait. So cool. So we see the Razor Crest come in. Let's see. And you can see that the hatch is open. Like, this thing looks tore up.
Oh, yeah.
You can even hear the engine
you can see one of the
smoking.
The engine's smoking and thrustering. Like you can tell that it is just messed up. It's almost like the Jawas got to it again.
Yeah. And look at the angle it's going at. It looks incredible. Yeah, that planet's cool looking. That's unexpected for me.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, when I think of Mandalorian, I think of like I think it was Navarro was the planet where they had that big old shootout at one point. Like I think like deserty kind of, but I like the fact that we're going to what appears to be a more oceanic world. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yep. So cool.
Show me the one whose safety deemed such destruction.
I love how the light
it's perfect, man.
Oh man.
And I'm trying to figure out like where they are right here.
Yeah, I know.
It's like they're walking into like some kind of I don't know. It's like a city in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, and it looks a little sandy. I think I can't really tell.
Right.
Like, all these shots are so purposely done.
You must
Okay, so now it looks like you can see in this shot. And I know
what's crazy to me though is that it looks kind of like a I don't know, like an imperial like station or something like that.
Dude, I wouldn't be surprised if it was an abandoned one because, like, there's graffiti all over the walls and stuff in these shots.
reunite it with its own kind.
Oh, look, and I didn't notice this till I saw it on Twitter, but look right there, Troy. Can you see that? It might be really dark on your screen.
It is dark.
But there's two glowing red eyes right here.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. And it's crazy. So we just spent 30 seconds of this trailer so far looking at the ship arriving in and then them walking into a town. Like they did not waste their time with like pulling some shots for a long, you know what I mean? Like pointless shots. Just and you know what's funny? Like if you go back and watch which we could actually do too, watch the first Mandalorian trailer, how little of that show was shown. We're going to do that actually. It'd be kind of fun. So let's see the rest of this.
This you must determine.
Wait, we got to admire that. The Bantha dude. Literally, like A New Hope, you can see it, but like nothing like this.
Right.
Like, his face is moving.
The Tusken Raider looking at his ship flying in.
So cool.
The Razor Crest coming on in.
And you know what would be really cool? I mean, I don't know if we've ever seen a Tusken Raider with their face, their thing off their face, but maybe there's a real person under that. You know, maybe there's like a switch bait. You know what I mean? Like maybe that's like a plot point that could be someone we don't expect. You know, watching them fly in.
Oh yeah.
I think we're on Tatooine here. What do you think, dude?
Oh yeah. I don't know where else you would see a Bantha and what seems to be a Tusken Raider.
Yeah, you know, and it's and I wonder where this, because you can already tell, like the water planet, obviously a different episode or a different arc or something. This is a different episode or a different arc, and then the other one as well is going to be this, the one we just saw with the graffiti. Could be Tatooine, I don't know, but it's we've already got 3 settings, and we're going to get a 4th one again at some point in this trailer too.
Determine.
There's the 4th setting. You know, like
it's like,
what do you think of this? I was going to ask you, what do you think it could be? Not that I would like for it to be something new, but what do you think, T?
Could be either Hoth or Ilum.
Dude, could you imagine if it was Ilum? Oh my
Ilum.
God.
I mean, that's like a battleship graveyard, basically. Like in it, there's like, if they're looking for parts or pieces or.
Dude.
It's crazy is the next part after this. I believe it's whenever they're all off the ship and Baby Yoda's on the ground and he kneels down next to him. I saw someone on Twitter post something crazy about this theory of
oh my,
it's them looking at the skulls like of the clone trooper helmets from Ahsoka's people.
Yes,
yeah,
dude, you never know. Because, she's been rumored to be in this show. We'll see. But, dude, that would be crazy.
Yeah.
You got to realize, at this point, the only Jedi is Luke,
Yep.
And even Ahsoka says, I am no Jedi. Remember? She said that in Rebels. So,
she did.
Yeah, so she might not go by Jedi in this as well. So maybe they're on the route for her because, I don't know. I love how up in the air this whole season still is.
Oh, yeah.
Anything.
We don't know anything, man. And what's crazy is Mando doesn't know anything.
Yes.
Like you're
going to be. No, and that was what made season 1 so fun. Whenever him and Quill were talking, he's like, "What did he do again? Explain to me again what he did."
Right.
And he's just.
It's pretty much everybody like they've come in with that's seen it. I mean, you can think. What's his name?
Gideon?
No. The other guy. I cannot think of his name right now.
Grief?
Carter Grief.
Yeah.
Like how he's like, so the Force when he gets, healed by it and everything like that. None of them have seen the Force or, they might have heard stories about it, but they've never, seen it in action.
Exactly.
So everybody's new to this, and it's like, you have a force-wielding creature with you. Like, what's going to happen? So,
I'm excited to see if maybe he'll open doors in this next one, or maybe even he might actually cause havoc. He might actually maybe hurt the Mando at some point. I think it'd be really cool to see that because he's still a child. He doesn't know good from bad. I mean, obviously, remember he chokes out Cara Dune at that one point in the back of the Razor Crest before they land on Navarro. He's he sees them arm wrestling, and that's so awesome.
Yep.
Let's keep this puppy going. Let's see.
The songs of eons past.
Yeah, dude, great. I guess. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't have it pulled up, Troy.
I was about to be like, I can't see it.
It was this shot. Let's see. Wait.
Tell of battles between Mandalore the Great.
Yeah, could you imagine if they're kneeling, looking at
looking
lightsaber,
like the heads on them and the helmets on them.
So freaking sick. You could tell the Razor Crest had a rough landing too. I think did not land properly. Maybe they're there to stay. I don't know. Maybe and you could tell he looks his helmet and everything looks a little beat up and stuff. His Beskar's been a little worn down, so I don't know.
Between Mandalore the Great and Denor.
Oh my God, this shot here. I know it's a little dark on the stream, but this is the one that's got all the corn and Mon Cala in it. And you can see the Mon Cala right over here.
Yep.
You can see the corn all walking by. One corn has a hat on. So sick.
It's called Jedi.
All right, our mystery character.
You expect me to search the galaxy and deliver this creature to a race of enemy sorcerers?
This is the way.
All right, so Troy, who do you think Sasha Banks is playing? If she's playing anyone that we know, or even if she's someone new?
To be honest, she kind of looks like a Lost Inquisitor.
Oh, wow. That would be sick.
In my opinion, she kind of looks like a Lost Inquisitor. I mean, if you look at her, I'm going
to go back.
She's wearing black hood. She's pretty mysterious. I don't know. That's just my thoughts is that she's somebody that's up to no good.
Yeah, I was thinking she would be some sort of, aid to Moff Gideon, Maybe the person that gets Baby Yoda back to him.
She's
definitely
the second sister in Fallen Order.
Wow.
She looks like Trilla, dude. She looks just like Trilla.
It'd be incredible if it was Barriss Offee. You know what I mean? It would be great if it was anyone like that.
Yeah.
I wonder, and you never know. She could be, in the trailer not have any makeup, like, whatever on to make her look like someone else.
Yeah.
It all could be really good misdirection. Maybe she's a good guy. I don't know. Judging by it, I'm thinking bad guy.
Right there in that shot, you think bad guy, but she could she could be helping him out and, be like another Cara Dune instinct. Like whenever they first meet, they fight, and then they're like, oh, well, you're good and I'm good, and here's Baby Yoda. So
that could be the case. Yeah. All right, so let's keep this puppy going.
Creature to a race of enemy sorcerers.
This is the way.
Boat. The boat, dude. Man. The last time we were on a boat in Star Wars, I'm pretty sure I remember, like, trying to think. I guess it was episode 1, whenever they went underwater and in the Phantom Menace, But I remember there was a boat level in Rogue Squadrons that was really fun. There was you were an X-wing and you were like fighting this like giant machine on the water, and it fell into the water at the very end. Yeah. Like, I wonder what this could be. Maybe some sort of fishing vessel. Maybe it's a submarine. I don't know. The idea of it's really cool.
Yeah, I think it's almost like a transport boat, going to and from, and then they might be commercial fishermen. You never know. Yeah,
they may be. They're I don't know. Maybe, and it's so weird that they would be on it together. Maybe. I wonder. This is where it gets mysterious. Like, this is where my brain was thinking all different directions. Like, is this early in the season? Is this late in the season? Like, where could this really take place? And we'll actually break down the rumored episode.
Be like a middleman episode right here, like this one.
Dude, that would be sick. I didn't even think about that.
But you got to think. I think this one. I mean, they're on the search for something. They're looking for something. So
yes,
it's not like they're fighting anybody or.
No, and it looks like here too in this shot, at least to me, looks like they're talking to somebody, because of the way like Baby Yoda's obviously looking at something. His little whatever the floating thing is called is in a different direction now in this shot. Yeah. He looks at Mando. What a cool puppet. Let's just be real. So cool. How incredible is this? The fact that we have this.
It's great, man. I literally can't believe it.
It's so unreal. This next shot, dude. This next shot was the one that got me giddy.
Yes, that one has. So in this one, you can kind of tell the Razor Crest looks like it's intact.
Yeah, it looks fine. Yeah, it looks like nothing's happened to it. Dude, how freaking cool are these X-wings?
And it looks like they exported.
Yeah, that's what I thought at first, and then now they're in attack position though. You don't use the X-wings, they don't go into they don't lock those S-fulls for no reason. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And in this shot, dude, where could this be? This might be a whole different place.
Dude, it's Bespin, dude.
Oh my God, could you imagine?
It looks like Bespin, man.
Jesus, that would be incredible. I mean, dude, something just dawned on me, because these characters, this very well could be did you play the Battlefront 2 campaign?
Oh yeah.
This could be like Iden Versio. I know I'm just throwing it out there because she was part of the rebellion by this point, Yeah,
could be.
Wow, it could be Gina Gavankar. How cool would that be? I haven't seen that go around. Hey, that's a first. Troy and I, we're gonna call it. That's it. Gina Gavankar. And dude, look at okay. So I think now. You might have your own thoughts too, T, but I really think they're shooting at the Razor Crest in this shot.
Think so?
It's all been I think it's all been edited out. Why else would they be flying? Why would he be flying in front of them? I don't know.
They're in attack position.
They are, and they're definitely following him. Maybe it's for something we don't know, but
yeah, I don't know.
This looks incredible. Oh my God.
Because at this point, I mean. You have to think in a sense of, Gideon and the rest of the Fallen Empire, whatever, know of him and want to get him and the child. So he seeks the rebellion's help. And they're like, you know what, if you're fighting, if you're running into these leftover Empire guys, we're going to help you. So
Yeah, or dude, what if it's actually almost the opposite, and not even the Republic or the Rebellion will help him, and they want the bounty just as much as the Empire does,
Hey, that could,
or whatever. That would be crazy.
Yeah, that could be pretty out there as well.
Oh my God! So we get this incredible shot, and the X-wings follow all the way through. Look at that! What? So unexpected. They had the classic X-wing sound too.
I wonder if it'll be your boy Dave Filoni flying the X-wing.
Jesus. Okay, this next shot has been the one of great speculation. I'm sure you see it on Twitter, T.
Okay, so yeah, them talking about that's Boba Fett.
That's Boba. So I'll show it for anyone that hasn't seen it. Hopefully, my mouse will pick it up. Apparently, they're saying that's Boba Fett's helmet. And this, honestly, and I wouldn't say this without any, complete, looking at it for a ton of time. But that thing on the back does look like Boba Fett's jetpack. Like, it really does.
Yeah.
Like, the color and everything of it.
Color, the missile at the top.
Yeah, like, dude. Like, what? Look at that.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be, they wouldn't put some silly little thing in there like that if it wasn't supposed to be overanalyzed. But look at that looks like the helmet right there to me. And especially if you watch it back and forth.
Yeah.
It's got that shape.
Yeah, I did see a bunch of speculation on that.
And, maybe we're just overanalyzing. Maybe everyone's just looking for whatever they want in here, but I really think that's his jetpack. I don't know if it's so much his helmet.
Even if it's not Boba Fett, it could be our booted figure at the end of episode 5. Like maybe that guy just has Boba Fett's armor. Maybe it's not even Boba Fett. Who knows?
They had a character, I believe, in one of the books named Cobb Vanth that did find Boba Fett's armor. But it would be really cool. Dude, think of this. What if Mando was asked by Boba Fett to go get his armor back? That would be freaking crazy.
That would be crazy.
And like Tamora Morrison's in it. So let's see. Okay, then we get dude, look how regal your boy Grief Karga looks.
I know, man. Like, so you can definitely tell they're back at the village there where it all started.
Yeah, and funny enough, also one thing I noticed too is his goatee and like mustache are like white now because they weren't that color then. They were black then.
Yeah.
So some time definitely passed.
Yeah, time's passed, and Gina's Cara Dune, her outfit looks different.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, this is a cool
new outfit. But yeah.
It looks like Navarro looks a little bit brighter. Maybe it's supposed to look that way, but they're probably doing a really good job as being the ones in charge. But yeah, dude, Grief Karga's outfit's stud. He looks like a stud.
He is. He's a straight pimp daddy in that outfit right there, man.
You know what? This is something I'm very interested in. This whole folding TIE fighters.
Yeah, man. This is something we've never seen before.
No, and
at least I've never seen it. I don't know if anybody else has seen it, but I've never seen the folding TIE fighter deal before.
This is so cool.
For Mando season 1, man. Like I love it. I wonder
why. Maybe it's an inconsistency in Star Wars lore, but you would think the First Order would have done the same thing whenever they took over. But maybe it's a specialized tie for this reason. I don't know. It looks like, oh no, that's a landing bottom. See, the very bottom of it, you never seen that on a tie before, but that's the landing gear.
Right.
Hold on, look. Like it looks like it's got like a little like foot or lever.
And you know what? Maybe, it would be crazy is that actually could be explained in this.
You're right.
Season. It could be maybe just Gideon, what is it? Imperial Intelligence. Just be part of their squad of ties has this.
You're right.
Do it, and normal ties don't. But
it's so sick, though. Look at this thing. It's amazing.
I love it. It's awesome.
Oh, yeah, here we go. This shot here. So, do you think they're on a Star Destroyer, or do you think they're at a base somewhere? What do you think, honestly?
I think they're at a base. I don't think they're on a Star Destroyer.
Definitely Imperial.
Oh, yeah, it's Imperial. Yeah, it's an Imperial base of some sort.
And yeah, I guess, because it would make sense in this next shot that they're somewhere, too. And I saw Star Wars Explained say they're probably on Navarro, because there's a lava river It's hard to see, but there's a lava river, just like there was in those last episodes of Mando, right there.
It's a lava river, gotcha.
Yeah, so it would be interesting if they
those look like your scout troopers that were riding the speeder on the last episode and all that too.
So sick. So yeah, this is one of the coolest shots in the whole trailer. Never would I thought I'd see more scout troopers. Nonetheless, them jumping off a launch pad.
Right, them doing evil Knievel style stuff. They're like, yeah, baby.
Look how badass they look too, man. Ooh, that bend. This shot alone is wallpaper worthy. It's so cool. Now this was interesting. He's obviously this might even be on the boat, but he's trapped underwater at some point. I didn't expect this.
Looks like some Jabba Palace type secret.
Dude,
trap.
it kind of does. Maybe
No place for a child.
that shot's less than a second long. Let's see.
Yeah.
Legitimately, it is exactly half a second. And it's just so quick.
Underwater, man. Looks like you got Jabba the Hutt on top laughing.
Dude, could you imagine if we get another hut? So then you see this right here, and it would make sense that they're on the same planet because it's the same little trench right there, you know?
And you get to see the jetpack in action again.
Oh my God!
I feel like we're going to see a good bit of
look at that!
this season. I feel like we're going to see a good bit of that.
Yes, dude. And look how it takes off, man. It looks so amazing. But this one was a cool one too. This one I didn't really get a chance to look at that much of.
So that looks like they're back in that first one of the first thing where they're walking up, him and the child in that graffiti city.
And I wonder who's being hung. It's probably someone that was talking some smack or maybe even tried to pursue the child. But if you look at the art around it, it looks like a bunch of graffiti that, I don't know, some things I could point out, to me, let me see if I can get my mouse here. That looks like a battle droid or something. I don't know. It's really hard to overanalyze. That's obviously is an Aqualish? Is that the one that attacked Luke at the cantina?
Yeah.
Or, the weird, the walrus face. That's definitely an Aqualish, against Aqualish sign or something. I don't know. People are not welcome to this place, obviously.
Yeah, no, that's the abandoned city of Lothal or something.
Yes, dude. Could you imagine? This could be a really, really crappy part of Lothal. So this next shot's really interesting because I think he's carrying the child at this point and going into this ice cave.
Huh. Oh,
yeah.
That's going to have to tie back somehow to... Yeah, he's carrying the child. Okay.
Yeah. This one was a cool one. This is obviously the Razor Crest. I had some people Eric knew that were speculating that it was the Slave One, but it doesn't look like the Slave. It looks like the Razor Crest.
Yeah, that looks like the Razor Crest.
Dude, but could you imagine if the Slave One shows up? Dog.
Dude, no, I can't imagine.
Oh, I'd freak the hell out. So it's falling.
Looks like
somewhere.
It's the atmosphere. Falling into the planet somewhere. That's probably what happened. They probably crash landed on that ice planet or something.
Yeah. Another amazing moment that I did not expect. Where the Gamorrean guards boxing.
Dude,
look at that.
They're using weapons, man. It's literally battle royale style.
Right to the death. And they had the classic Star Wars flags. It looks like the pod race scene, you know? It's so awesome.
But it's great. It's we know where that figure that Jon Favreau had.
Yes, that he posted. Oh my God, you're right.
Where that's coming from now. It's coming from
more than likely this is happening in the first episode, so nothing crazy. You know what I mean? It's so cool what they don't show us because these are all really vague, and we're gonna watch the first trailer through again, the very first season 1 trailer, and kind of see maybe how the marketing and the dots are connected.
What are they wearing, man?
I don't know. I love it though, and look at this. She's dancing. The best part, Troy, is the fact that this reminds me of Star Wars Galaxies, and I never even played it.
Does, man.
This just seemed like something that would be in.
Oh yeah, man.
You know what I mean? It's just so random.
Hanging up.
So sick.
I'm Maz's Cantina, dude.
Yes, and dude, this guy right here sounds just like Jon Favreau.
Yeah.
Like Mark Hamill. Listen.
So I've heard.
It sounds like Jon Favreau.
So I've heard. And then he gets up.
Dude. And then all of these dudes all point at him, and Mando's about to destroy him. What
Oh, yeah.
At the end on.
I know. And then Baby Yoda's like, I know what to do here now.
The whispering bird. He's like, all right, I'm ducking cover. Look at this. I wonder how they got the puppet to do this.
Boop.
And then, like, completely go back in his cage. This little thing. This guy, I think, is a Zabrak, maybe? I don't know. He's got horns in his head.
Yeah, he could be a Zabrak.
Boom.
This is the way.
Great trailer, man.
I love the new logo with it says the Mandalorian and it's actually him and then the child.
Yes.
Down there
Yes.
next to him. And then of course the image, the poster art that's behind us right now.
Yes.
That's literally my wallpaper.
Yeah, on my phone too.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's understandable though, like seriously. Super understandable. Let's see. Okay, so what we're gonna do real quick, we're gonna watch Mandalorian season 1 trailer. Just to kind of like make some comparisons on like things we completely forgot that we got. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So like I mean, they tease a lot of stuff from that season. So let's get the screen sharing up. Hold on. Let me get this thing pulled up all the way.
You know what's funny is about that trailer is like I didn't even get did we see Gideon in there? Yeah, I think we saw Gideon once in that thing, huh?
No, not that one. Which one? The first one or the second one?
The newest one. We didn't.
No,
see
you don't see it once.
That's the craziest thing to me is like all the stuff that's going on. Like, do you think Gideon's even going to be like a big factor?
Oh my god! If anything, they're probably going to save like all the Darksaber reveal stuff for the actual show. You know, he's going to be wheeling that thing at some point.
I think like the first half of the season is going to be like you're finding stuff. They're going to be like trying to find where he came from, where all this and that, and then like it's almost gonna be like last season where your last few episodes are gonna be heavy Empire related.
Yes, more than likely, I'd imagine. I hope he's as much a part of it as he should be, because they wouldn't reveal him with that Darksaber without like having any meaning behind that. Because remember, whoever holds the Darksaber is in charge of Mandalore. That's like the big thing. So I wonder where his loyalties lie once he sees that, because he's obviously a Mandalorian purist from what we know.
Yep.
No helmet, nothing. So we're gonna just watch this all the way through, and we can talk a little bit over it. But this is the first season's trailer, and obviously we got a shot from Chapter 5 already. So let's see.
Yes.
Kind of establishing, this is post fall of the Empire.
Right. The Emperor is dead. Or so we thought.
Dude, this is so sick. Yeah, this one was pretty vague too, now that I remember it.
Yeah.
All about bountying and
Money for the pucks.
Uh-huh. The bird. Edit it out, Baby Yoda. I think Gideon's shown once. Yeah, that's like the only shot of Gideon.
There he is.
Sorry, it's buffering so bad.
Oh, it's all good.
That was a cool shot. That shows some stuff, but it's still really vague.
Oh yeah.
The ATST, the IG unit.
Bounty hunting is a complicated profession.
The first scene.
Don't you agree?
So if I'm correct, we didn't see anything from the last 2 episodes in this trailer, like nothing.
There was the Dark Troopers.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. That was from episode 7. Yep.
Yeah. So I think that was the only glimpse you got, and then the Gideon shot.
Yeah. So everything. You're right. So everything else. I mean, like now that and no Baby Yoda. I mean, obviously that was the life-changing moment for everyone in Star Wars.
Right.
Was the fact that
they would never show that though.
Hell no. No way. But dude, so let's talk a little bit about what we expect and what we want from this one. So, I want nothing more than to see more Yoda species. And I did some research too, and I wanted to bring this up was before Yoda ever had the name Yoda, he was called a Minch. Okay, he was a Minch, M-I-N-C-H. And I don't know, maybe in galaxies they had more of Yoda's species. I don't know. You could probably tell me that. But I really think they're going to come back with this season showing more of Yoda's species. Instead of him getting brought to the Jedi, he gets brought to his own species, which may or may not be a good thing. So we don't know. And I think they're going to be called Minch. And I think that's going to be like a really big reveal. What do you think, T? Anything weird that could play into that or no?
I mean, it's hard to say. I don't know if they'll show more Yodas.
Yeah.
How much? I mean, that would be pretty cool.
Oh, it would be incredible.
Like a planet with like the race of them, and then like,
yes,
what if they like talk like Yoda?
Oh my God,
like, all that, dude. Man, I would literally be freaking out if they did. But
I don't know if I could go to work that day. Like if I watched it in the morning, like I would be tripping.
I would literally have to watch it over and over again, which actually is funny. It wasn't too long ago. I actually watched the whole first season all in one day. Like literally just had it on and watched it. But I think for expectations, just more everything.
Yeah, dude. Literally everything the first season gave us, like the fact that we even had the child to begin with was so awesome, and I really do think we're gonna keep getting some crazy growth between the relationship, father son, whatever you want to call it. You know, I have
a feeling like you're gonna see a lot more of. There's gonna be a lot more sequences where the child actually uses his Force abilities to help Mando, and they're gonna get into situations and stuff like that, and it'd be a lot more. Obviously, everybody's out to get him now.
I think it's going to be way more intense. Now, you not only have the bounty, but you have the Empire on your tail. And like I said earlier, maybe even the Rebellion, New Republic will be on their tail too, because everyone wants this piece to the puzzle. You know, and they frankly don't even know what they want. They just know the bounty is so important and so high. So I don't know. That's why I get pretty pumped for the options as to, like, I would love to know if Mando really is just all by himself. That would be crazy.
And then, like, hopefully he finds where his people went, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And then they left, and, you know, I don't know if they perished or whatever because of the Empire, but they probably relocated and went somewhere.
I didn't even think about that. I wonder if that was the only settlement of Mandalorians. You know what I mean? Like that really could be the case, and they had to go hide somewhere else. Maybe he's looking for them too. I think what hit us so hard with the reveal of Baby Yoda last year is that, like, it changed the whole series for us, you know, and like what we expected of it. So now we're like, dude, he still has to deal with this. Like, this is still a problem, you know, and it's so shocking to think that, like,
but the crazy thing is like he made it his problem, you know? Like,
yes, and you know that
he rescued Baby Yoda. And
that is a really good point, because it very well could play into this show that, like, maybe he doesn't want the problem anymore. Maybe he realizes how much of a problem it is, and he's like, Gideon, it's yours. Like, I'm tired of dealing with all. Like, it really could be the case, and like. Man, that would blow my mind if he does end up giving it up. Dude, that would be crazy. And I think it's been stated that we're going to get the name for the child this come around. So I really think he's going to either have a name or something's going to happen. I don't know.
You're going to give him a name. It's going to be awesome.
What I would love too is if
People are going to
somehow
be naming their kids after this name once they
Oh,
get
dude. Totally. I have a gut feeling we're going to get by the end of this season, if he has not been given up or whatever ends up happening to the child, I think we're going to get a child in a Mandalorian helmet. I really think we're going to get dude, how like ears popping out, like a small little visor, that would be just to protect him. That would be so freaking awesome.
It would be.
Just a tiny little Mandalorian baby.
Yeah.
It would be nuts.
Yoda Mandalorian. Gosh,
Dude.
so cool.
And so to address some recent rumors as well, it's been rumored that Tamora Morrison is back as Boba Fett. But I mean, he could also be playing Rex if you really think about it. Because or he could be playing a random clone. I mean, he really could be playing
a random clone, yeah.
Which would be incredible, And I think now that Dave Filoni's got a little bit more credibility under his belt with everything and doing the first season of this show, and of course Dave Filoni being the co-writer, executive producer for this season, I think he's gonna have a little bit more pull to his characters he made, with all the other shows. So I don't know. It'd be smart marketing, wouldn't it?
It would be.
If you had Rex and Ahsoka or Sabine in there showing up, that would make people we know that haven't watched Rebels go all right, I need to get on this.
That would be cool. You see some clone troopers,
Oh my God, that'd be great.
Some old school clone troopers that have retired, and it's almost like in Rebels when you saw all of them, like Rex and all them, the Walker and everything. You're like, all right, these guys are just old school retired Rebels, and they're just got beards now. They're all just doing their own thing, and it'd be cool to see something like that. But
I agree. I would love if we could find another B1 battle droid somewhere. Dave would find some way to put it. He put the pit droids in one of the episodes, so
he did. He put a pit droid in there.
That was incredible.
And I mean, we did get the super droids, and
yes, you're right. We did.
And the ships. What are those ships called? I can't remember. But the droid ships, basically.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. The ones that have the big turret that in the circular motion that was flying over it. Dude, I forget the name of it. Those things are sick.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's crazy. I can't believe they're just expecting random fans to keep up. You know what I mean? That's why I like this show. It's like, remember when Solo first came out and they threw Darth Maul in it? People were like, what? And
right. Well, yeah, that's the thing is, if you didn't watch the other shows, you didn't know Darth Maul lived.
And for people like us who watch and read everything, we're like, oh yeah, it makes Star Wars that much better. It becomes almost like that Marvel level of Easter egg. And I think this season, Troy, is going to be 100% that.
I think
100% that.
It's going to be mind blowing,
dude. Totally. And I don't know. I think we may get Ahsoka at some point. That would be really cool. It's been rumored. I would like that. As long as it's done really well and it looks really good, And I don't think they're going to make that mistake. I don't think that would be an issue they have. You know what I mean? No. And think about how well they kept this under wraps. Not a single soul knew about this, and so many people worked on this show. So I'd imagine that
Sabine, appearance that could be a real. Thing.
Dude,
that could be a real cool thing.
Live action,
Mando,
So real quick, I'm gonna read what. Okay, so what I heard on Twitter is that, and not if that's a credible source, but it is stated by somewhere on Twitter that the second season would pick right back up in terms of last season ending on chapter 8. This one will begin on chapter 9. And these titles apparently leaked, I think, back in April. So I'm going to read the titles for this season coming up. This is what it's rumored. Now, these could be totally fake, but it kind of makes sense, though. There's more credibility. After watching that trailer, and like we talked about earlier, Troy, after watching that trailer, these titles have some little more credibility. So it says on this, chapter 1, The Search. Okay? So obviously we know he's looking for his people. He's looking for the Jedi or whoever to bring him back to.
Evil band of sorcerers.
Yes. And then that's such a cool title, dude. How Star Wars is that? How weird is it to think that? Because in actuality, they would be sorcerers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, so the next one, The Confrontation. That is the next one, episode 2 or chapter 2. Chapter 3, The Bounty, which don't know. Maybe it deals with bounty hunting. What I've heard as well is on the Entertainment Weekly article, I think I sent you maybe 2 weeks ago, they said these ones will vary in length. So some episodes will be longer than others, which would be really nice. The Bounty is chapter 3. Chapter 4 is The Republic. Chapter 5 is The Loyalist, which is a cool name. Chapter 6 is The Sorcerer. Chapter 7 is The Return. And then chapter 8 is The Empire. So I don't know. I am so eager to see where this season goes. It's going to be crazy.
You know what, too? I was thinking about it, and I don't think that we've seen the last of our friends that the Mando threw in jail on the Republic.
Oh, dude, I didn't even think about that. More than likely, that would be like maybe the confrontation or like the return. Dude, you're right. I'd imagine like people on the space station that got shot by the X-Wings are probably dead.
Yeah, those guys. But the girl and
yes,
the devil horn dude.
And Bill Burr.
Yeah.
Yes. Dude, that would be incredible. Maybe they steal the child at some point. Maybe they become like a band of people. Like, dude, I'm so excited. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
They're definitely showing back up. Maybe not this season, but the next. Oh my God. Jeez. Maybe that's why the Republic's after him. That might be some dots to connect. Maybe they have some footage of him escaping with what they needed, and dude, that's pretty nuts.
Could be, yeah.
Wow, he could be a hit. He could be a bounty for the Republic.
Could be.
So, I don't know. What to kind of round this out? What are your plans for this first episode? Do you have anything in mind you want to do? Because I know what I want to do. I want to. That whole week, Troy, leading up to it, I think I'm going to watch every episode. Like, let's say, probably starting the Thursday night before, I'm going to watch every episode leading up to it.
I think I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to watch pretty much every single one again. And then I think what I'm going to do is, I don't know, I say I'll wake up early and watch it, but I have to be at work early and, I'm always up early. So, as much sleep as I can.
I get it.
It might be one of those things where I actually wait until that evening and then, get the setting right.
Yeah.
Get little me to bed, and then me and my wife pops popcorn. We sit down on the couch and we indulge in the first episode. You know what? And
that's how we did pretty much every episode except for the very last one. The very last one, we woke up really early and watched it.
Yeah.
And
see, that's the thing is, whenever that season came out, I was working nights.
Yeah.
And so I would have Fridays off.
Yes.
And I would, I'd be at work Thursday night going into Friday morning, and then I'd get off at like 3 a.m. and
drop them.
Yeah, and I would come home, take a shower, eat some food, and sit down and watch.
So awesome.
Yeah.
You're probably the first people to watch it, which is even funnier.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, and kind of going back on that, I hope, and you know me, I'll text you in the morning, Troy, but I'm not going to reveal anything. Never ruin anything for T, but I'll say this much. I'm going to probably wake up every morning around 4:30, 4:25 to make sure I watch it. Like, just so I can watch it, get my things ready for work and go. And I don't know, we're getting, if it's predicted, if I can predict it correctly, October 30th, 8 weeks, that would be all the way until like December 18th, literally right before Christmas, we would get an episode each one. Yep. So, dude, that is going to be so awesome to hype up till Christmas. And you know what's so funny? In Louisiana, it doesn't get it got cold today, but it really doesn't get cold until Halloween, really right that last week. So I'll never forget.
Weird, man. Today was a little weird. It was weird outside. It was really windy and it was
70s.
Yeah, it was a good day to be outside. That's for sure.
It was, and so with that being said, I love the change of weather here in the state, and it's always so drastic. It's never it's never really slow. It's always really hot and really cold. So I'll never forget watching The Mandalorian last year, like in November, how like I would do that and like I have to like go bundle up and go to work. Like I can't wait for that. That's such a, I don't know, there's something to it. But anyway, Troy, something came out while we were watching. I don't know if you happen to see it on Twitter or notification from it. Do you want to watch it live?
What is it?
The Wandavision trailer.
Did it really? No
Yes.
way. I didn't see that.
Yes.
Let me see.
I just got the notification from it like 5 minutes ago on Twitter.
Dude, let's watch it.
Would you rather watch it separate and like mute our mics and watch it the same exact time so there's no latency issues?
No, just roll it out, man.
Okay, just put it on. I can put it on here. All right. I would be afraid if there was any lagging.
So, I think Disney Plus has put it out, but they haven't given a date. They just said coming soon to Disney Plus. Okay.
Hey, look, I'm looking it up. Hell yeah.
What is this, man?
Dude, it's on and it's
okay.
It's a whole minute and a half. All right, let's see what this is about. So, really random off the cuff. After we do this, we might talk about it for a second, but we're going to talk about Troy's content creating, and then we'll close the show.
But hey, this does not, remember my first appearance on the Bombadcast.
Yes.
Dived into Marvel for like an hour and a half.
We did with Jerry.
Was like a thing. So like this is only fitting, man.
Wow. That's just kind of weird.
Yeah, this is.
What are the odds of this? And I had heard one guy on Twitter that like is always good with the leaks saying like expect a Disney Plus trailers from other stuff come out soon. So man, we're in the first 2,000 people watching this, Troy. Here we go.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna get it pulled up. Oh man, and look, it's got like a vintage look already. I'm so excited. So, oh shit, I don't know why Jimmy Kimmel got pulled up. Sorry, wait. So I don't know how that happened. So from what I could tell, and I remember the press stuff about it was like it's like a sitcom or something weird. I don't know.
So weird.
So let's see what this is about. You ready? Can you hear it, Troy? You heard all the noise?
Oh yeah, I heard the noise.
All right, cool. Here we go.
Heavenly shades of night are falling. It's twilight time. Out of
Wanda and Vision, aren't we a five-pair?
This is our home now. I want us to fit in.
Oh, this is gonna be a gas.
Where did you two move from? How long have you been married? And why don't you have children yet?
Our story.
I think what my wife means to say is that we moved from...
Moved from where? Married when? Damn it, why?
Oh, Arthur, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
deep in the dark, your kiss will thrill
This is really happening.
like days of old, lighting the spark of love that fills me with dreams of
I did.
No. Why would you think that?
Because you are.
Each day I pray for evening just to
We are an unusual couple,
Oh, I don't think that was ever in question.
It's so weird.
What?
What did we just watch?
I don't know, man.
That was like Twilight Zone weird.
It is Twilight Zones.
What the hell?
Almost like they're like living in like Vision's head, man, or something like
Dude.
that. Like whenever he gets the freaking Mind Stone pulled out of his face.
I don't know, because like there has to be an answer to this, and like she's even like, you're dead. Like oh my god. And like, dude, it looks like an MCU movie. Like seriously, like some of the look of like whenever he gets like slung back or whatever happens later to that. Like right here, this looks like it's from a Marvel movie.
Right. Yeah, that right there.
Dude, this is crazy. And like this looks like it's from a Marvel movie. Like, what is happening? He's wearing his old Vision costume. Oh my god. Like that ending was nuts. Oh, we're gonna watch it one more time.
Okay.
Just to take it in. Dude, this is gonna be weird.
It's gonna be weird, man.
heavenly shades of night are falling.
I like
It's twilight
what's her face? That 70s show.
Wanda and
Yes.
Don't we have 5 that?
This is our home now. I want us to fit in.
Oh, this is gonna be a gas.
Where did you two move from? How long have you been married? And why don't you have children yet?
Our story.
I think what my wife means to say is that we moved from.
Moved from where? Married when? Damn it, why?
Oh, Arthur, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
Deep in the dark, spilled milk.
This is really happening.
Like days of old, lighting the spark of love that fills me with rays of love.
I did.
No. Why would you think that?
Because you are.
Each day I pray for evening just to
We are an unusual couple, you know.
Oh, I don't think that was ever in question.
What is this show about? This is insane looking.
I'm telling you, man, something crazy's happening in that show.
Like, this whole thing is bizarre. Okay, so like,
Who's that person that like was on the ground?
that's what I'm looking at. So I'm trying to go back slowly and see.
Like, because it looked like that was, I guess, Shield or whatever you want to call it. Like,
So someone gets slung back here, right? You can't tell it who it is, frankly. And all of a sudden they pop into this realm. Like, what is this? Is it like the reality stone getting messed up? Like, what is this?
that's what I'm.
It looks like Scarlet Witch with the red around her.
Yeah, looks like Scarlet Witch, and then I don't know. That looks like all of your Shield people, you know.
Yeah. It's okay. So it's a chick. Maybe it's because that's what it looks like. It's the same.
Who's that? Like,
I don't know. This is so weird. Then it just ends. That was so interesting.
that was very interesting, man. Again, no context whatsoever.
Not at all. Like, I like that kitty from 70 shows on there, and like this one like gets his color, whatever the heck this is.
Well, you remember that's what it looked like whenever he got
Yeah.
stone taken out of him.
Yeah.
Whenever it broke, he like went colorless.
Maybe Captain America brings a stone back and puts it in his new android head. Like,
I don't know.
the spark of
like this is a crazy shot too, with him like floating up.
love that fills me with
Dude, I don't even know. I have no idea what to say about this.
Just
That was weird.
Yeah.
That was weird. I'm looking forward to.
I had a feeling, like, even from the first like things we got from that show, that it was gonna be weird. It was gonna be a weird one. But
That was really weird.
The Winter Soldier, and
That one I think is going to make more sense in terms of like hopefully marketing. That was bizarre. I'm going to watch that with Katie after this. That was crazy.
It was.
Well, cool. I'm glad everyone could see that live. And yeah, so real quick before we end this episode, my cousin Troy, all right, I don't know if y'all know this, Elderpug 27, the one and only, he has been content creating longer than I have. I used to watch all of his streams on Twitch and like back in like 2018, Troy, is that really when you started, or 2017? I don't remember.
Yeah, I've really been doing like streams and stuff longer than that, but it's like really got serious like at the end of 2018. Yeah, whenever
I remember that.
Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee.
Yeah. Yes. And Troy like super, and like he's consistent on weekends, but like he's been doing this new thing. So he streams Pokemon games. He is the Pokemon master to me. I go to him to talk about Pokemon. We always trade like tweets back and forth with each other. And if you can't tell, I mean, he's got the Pikachu balloons. He's got the badges behind him. Maybe for Christmas he might get some more stuff. I'll hook him up.
This little guy right here
Yes, open it.
is all my DS games.
Oh, dude, that's amazing. What?
Yeah, it's like literally these are all Pokemon games right here. And just,
Oh my God, yes.
it's a cool spot for them, so I'll put them in there.
Perfect. Yeah, no, that's really sick. And like, I don't know, like Troy, we've always talked about Pokemon since we were little. I used to give Troy my games, and he actually was on our episode of the Bombadcast that talked about Pokemon and Star Wars, which is a really fun episode. You could hear a tornado come through where we were staying at the beach. That episode.
We were at the beach, yeah, man.
Yes. So
that was a good
one.
episode.
I believe, let me see if I can get the name of it. I forget the exact name of it, but it's on Beyond the Blast Doors, so you need to check that out. But Troy's going to give us a little bit of a taste of what he does for his Pokemon streams. And Troy not only does streaming, but he has started something new. Troy, tell the wonderful listeners what you started doing as of recent.
So as of recent, I have been collecting cards again. Yes, the Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
The ones you know and love from whenever they started coming out. I guess it was like 1996 or 1997, something like that. Basically, if you didn't know, they've never stopped making them. Game and everything's been coming out. Obviously, they kept making cards. Well, just recently, probably here in July, I got back into the whole collecting cards kind of deal. I don't play the card game. I have played the card game before. Just not really into it, but I am into collecting. So I'm a huge collector. I guess say huge. I'm pretty amateur when it comes to it, but it's been real fun these last few months, like hunting some of the cards and getting the pools and everything like that. Like this new set, there was a new set that came out in July called Darkness Ablaze, which is tied to the Pokemon Sword and Shield set. And it's actually right here. This is the booster box that you can get from it. And as you can see, I got a ton of packs in there right now. Last night on my live stream, we did a massive opening. And I opened up a few of those. I had some from another set, and actually had a few different sets. Yeah, I think all in all, opened up like close to like 40 packs of cards last night.
Jesus, wow. Well, I want to say one thing too. So Troy actually got me hooked on this thing. Like, funny enough, like every now and then, Troy, always the influencer of me ever since I was a kid. But this one right here was a crazy one. So Troy sent me this article or a link about this guy that found an old pack of Pokemon cards underneath like the display shelves at a Target, right? And he found this really old pack of the ones we would have grown up with back in the late 90s, early 2000s. And like, he showed me this guy that ended up opening them on a stream with another guy named Leonhardt. And like, now I'm a huge fan of that dude. And like, I watch his videos just like I'm sure Troy does as well. And like, it's such a good time because when you open cards, you don't know what you're getting. It's almost like gambling. It's like shiny hunting, but physically doing it. And like, it's weird. It's what you've done before, but like on a different level. And like, I don't know. I've really enjoyed your streams. I really enjoyed the opportunity of watching these content creators find and actually teach me about the cards. Like, I found some of my old Pokemon cards too from when I was growing up. Not all of them. This is not all of them. This is a couple. But like, it taught me about what some of these symbols meant on these cards and what they could be worth afterwards. And I don't know. I'm blown away by something that I'm now discovering 25 years later.
That's the thrill of it. I think
it is
the thrill of the pool. Like, when you open it up and you're like, okay, there's something good lurking behind here. And then whether it even be new cards, I mean, even a new card.
Yeah.
I pulled out of that Darkness Ablaze set right there. The most sought after card is the Charizard VMAX, and
wow, okay.
I was just doing an opening one night and I got it. I mean, I didn't even buy a lot of the packs.
No,
it was a casual opening. It was like, oh, let me go to GameStop, and I bought like 5 packs, and it was in there. So I mean, you never know what you can get at any point in time. Like
exactly.
That night when I opened it, I probably bought. I don't know how much money I bought like worth of cards, but it was a good stack of packs that I had.
Yeah,
that was the only good thing that I pulled.
Wow. See, it's a risk.
It is. And then last night when I did another opening on my live stream, and it's up on my YouTube right now. I pulled so many good cards.
Yeah.
So many, like, it was just like one pull after another, and it wasn't Charizards or anything like that. And it was just, your full art cards, your VMAX cards, stuff that it was one after another, man. It was like I had just hit the lottery, dude. Like, everything was hot. So
that is the thrill of it. And one thing I will say that I want my listeners to take away with is the fact that some of these things that Troy pulls or any of the other collectors pull are worth a lot of money. Like your one card you show me is like, it's worth about $150. And just like Star Wars collecting, anyone that does that listens, like, you got to get them graded. You got to make sure they're legit. Everything's good. And then you can literally sell that item for like triple. I mean, I'm sorry, not even triple, like 10 times what you paid for the pack of cards. You know what I mean? It's just, it's crazy. Like this one dude we watched, and he pulled and it's so funny. It's such a lame Pokemon. He pulled a Chansey from the first edition, whatever set, and he sold it for $20,000. Like, that's incredible. So
they're looking for those. And it was a first edition base set. So
yes,
first edition base sets. If you pull anything that's holographic from that set, and if you get it graded and it comes back anything a 9 or above, you're going to be able to sell that in upwards of the tens of thousands of dollars.
That's crazy. So also one thing I want to say is the packs from the era we grew up with, so late 90s era, those packs like alone are worth, like the single pack is worth about what, $1,200? Like,
yeah, you're going to pay anywhere from $1,500 to $2,000 for one pack.
A pack that could have nothing good in it.
Good in it, but it could also have something really good in it. But if you're getting a sealed first edition booster box, which they're rare to come by, but people do sell them every now and then. But Heritage Auctions I saw, I think it was earlier last week.
Yeah,
I retweeted it, and $198,000 somebody sold that for. I was literally blew my mind, and I was thinking to myself, could you imagine when we were kids, if you would have told your parents, hey, I need you to buy me a sealed booster box, and I'm never going to open it until I'm, 20 years later.
Yes.
You come down, and that thing's worth as much as a house.
I was going to say, literally, and probably back then it would have been about $100 to buy all of that, maybe $150. It would have been pretty expensive, but your return on that investment, regardless of what's inside of it, your return on that investment is insane. And it's so funny because Troy and I both had a family member that actually owned a card shop, and we both got cards from there at one point. And Troy himself sold some of his Pokemon cards, and like had his own little shop out of his bedroom. So like, I don't know, man. This has been a big part of our lives and our pretty much what we do and our interest. Like, it's just incredible to know that it's still worthwhile.
It's been fun to get back into, and then
I bet.
I have a son now, so it's going to be fun to show him. He likes looking at the cards and everything, and when he's a little bit older, he'll be able to
open them up
a little bit more.
Yeah, of course.
It's definitely a thrill. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, I bet. That's so awesome. So, Troy, if you don't mind, you're going to give us a live opening of at least a pack right now. Can you do that?
Yeah, I can give you guys a live opening of a pack. That'd be fun. So
there's a taste of what Troy does in his streams. Watch the head. Oh, how many is that, if you don't mind me asking?
I think I counted it last night, 21. There's 21 packs.
Wow.
But, I'll give you guys an opening of one. I'm just going to pull one random one. I'd obviously
maybe even explain
it, but
exactly. Maybe even explain like the method of doing it, because there's a certain method of doing it where you move the cards. Yeah. I don't even know that, to be honest with you.
Open it for you guys, and I'll show you.
That foil noise.
Yeah, the foil noise, man.
There's something to it.
All right. So if you're watching this and you play TCG online, here's your code.
Oh, cool.
Gives you a code. It gives you 10 cards. So basically what you're going to do is, I'm not going to look at it, but you take 4 from the back, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and you put them in the front.
Yep.
And then when I turn it around, it should be an energy.
There we go.
Yep.
Water.
Basically, you just pull it.
Okay, and that's a trainer card?
Yep, it's a familiar bell.
Cool. Now, Troy on his streams, by the way, he's got a 3 or 2 camera setup, so it looks a little bit different than this. It's not like him just pointing it. It's going to be a little bit different.
This is a Rose Tower. We got a Steenie.
Yeah.
Dino.
That looks good, yeah.
Panseer.
Yeah.
The Mareep the Sheep.
So, Troy, what are we looking for, by the way, just to give us a little bit of
basically, whenever I pull the last card, it's going to be the rare. That you do the 4-card trick, so you put the rare card all the way at the back.
Yeah.
And the one before it is going to be a reverse holographic.
Okay.
Every pack comes with a reverse holo, which I'll show you here in a minute. So this is a Tauros.
Sick.
And then this is your reverse rare. You see how it's foil?
Wow, yeah.
Entire card, and that's actually a reverse rare, which is nice.
Nice.
It's a Mimikyu.
Okay.
And then the rare card is a Vanillux non-holographic.
See? So it could either be holographic or non-holographic, just depends. Okay. Man, that's cool, though. So you're always guaranteed a holo now. It used to not be that way when we were growing up.
You want to know a funny trick, too? Is I just recently learned this, too, out of the newer stuff. You get these trainer cards, right?
Yeah.
See how this card is full green right here?
Yeah.
I've learned that if it's full green like this, you're most likely you can still find a good card out of it. But your rare's most likely not going to be a foil. Whereas if you pull a trainer card like this, where it's white and green out of it, you're most likely going to find a foil card or a full art card in there. Yeah, so.
And you know what's crazy, too, for anyone that doesn't know when it comes to pulling cards, back in the day, the foil used to weigh a little bit more. And so you can actually weigh the packs to see what could have the better or the most holographic in it back in the old cards. I don't think it's the same anymore. Is it, Troy?
It is not the same.
Yeah. So, like, you'll see if you go on eBay, and I've done it just for fun, is looking. They're like, weighed, guaranteed, holo or a foil, a holographic card. So I'm like, it's so awesome. So let's can you do us one more, team? Is that possible?
Yeah, I can do one more.
Perfect. So I don't know, there's a thrill to this, and you never know, Troy could pull some crazy, and what are they called? EXs? No, what are they called again?
They're called full art or no VMAXs. They're called
VMAXs.
Here's your little online code if anybody happens to play it online.
Yeah. Why haven't you done that, if you don't mind me asking?
I actually do. I have it online.
Oh, cool.
I just do it from time to time, but
yeah,
I get so many of these from pulling packs. I'm never going to use them all. So
yeah.
All right, we got another water energy to start it off with.
Let me get your
got a Urasing, another Rose Tower, Semi-Seer, Wishy-Washy, the Q-Fan, Dino, Panseer, Mareep. Oh man, it's almost like the last pack. All right.
I know, weird.
Reverse is a Fletchinder, and the rare is a non-foil Escavalier.
See, but it's fun though. There's something to this, like that. It keeps me.
The back is another green one. So
yeah. I bet the data on this is super interesting in terms of what's pulled versus what is not pulled. I bet it's incredible.
Yep.
Yeah, so you can spend some of your Saturday, Friday, whenever Troy streams, any of those nights. Troy, if there's a holiday weekend, Troy always finds a way to get a long stream in those weekends.
Oh, yeah, check it out. I usually do an opening every Saturday night. This Saturday, hopefully, there's a new set coming up this upcoming Friday called Champions Path. And if all the cards, all the stars and moons align just right, I will have my packs for Saturday, and we'll be doing a massive opening on Saturday night. Because not only will I be opening my stuff, but my friend Nathan will be driving in, and he's bringing a ton of stuff that he has not opened.
Dude,
we're gonna open it up on my stream as well. Like he's gonna let me open it. Yeah.
Oh, dude, that is so exciting.
It's gonna be basically a full night, probably like 3 to 4 hours of just cards.
That's incredible. So no gaming, actually, just card opening. That's so sick.
Gaming, card opening.
See, I love this kind of stuff, man. And Troy has a very entertaining channel. I mean, you can find me in the chat. Usually, I'm frequent in there, and I don't know. I'm very happy that I got a family member that does the same thing as me. I love the opportunity to content create, and if you're good at it, which Troy is, it's gonna happen where it just blows up one day. And I love that you get a chance to do this. It's so so interesting. It's so different, and like, I don't know. We're in a really interesting place right now. And in terms of,
I find it fun, man. It's fun to me. I've always had a thrill for doing stuff like that, searching for, on my channel, I always shiny hunt, which takes forever, but it's a personal thing. You always look, there's no kind of value to doing it whatsoever. The only value is what you give it. So exactly. And some of these cards could go to his son one day, and it'd be fun that Aiden already has a stack of them he can bring to school. It's like there's a lot of cards in these sets that they may not be the rarest things, but I'm looking for them. I want to pull.
Yes.
Yes. Because I actually look and see what's in the set, and see what's in there, and it's like, oh man, this is a really cool card. I don't care if this is trash compared to all the other cards. I just want to have it in my collection.
Of course. Well, Troy, I'm so glad I could have you on today. This was a fantastic episode. I'm glad everyone could watch us break down the trailer, then watch a trailer live, and then do these card openings. It was awesome. But Troy,
man, I had a great time tonight.
Fantastic. And if anyone else hasn't the opportunity, please go check out Troy. So Troy, plug what you got going on right now. Like he just said, next Saturday is going to be a huge stream. So that is something to actually, the day this drops, if you are watching this as this drops, it'll be the evening of this dropping of this episode. So Troy's got a big stream going on. Troy, where else can people find you, bud?
People can find me on twitch.tv/ElderPug27. That is where the live streams will be happening. You can find me on Twitter. I'm at ElderPug27 on there. YouTube as well. All these pack openings, everything. If you can't catch it live, you can always check the recap on my YouTube. I pretty much, as soon as we get done streaming, I edit the videos, do the thing, throw it up on my YouTube channel.
Fantastic.
So you can always go look at it there. If you can't catch me live, just search ElderPug27. You'll find me there. But it's always going to be a night stream, pretty much late night. So if you like to be cozy laying in the bed and you're looking for something to watch, man.
Yep. Which I've done, man. I've been in the bathtub. I have been in any situation. Literally, I used to work in a restaurant. And I would go on my bathroom break. I would go watch Troy. Literally, nothing's better than I don't know, finding a streamer that you're comfortable with and one of the most welcoming people. And we'll acknowledge you in the chat and we'll hang out with you. Troy is always there answering questions. So I'm looking forward to Nate being in this next one. It's gonna be really awesome. But
man. So hopefully it does happen Saturday. I'm gonna keep everybody updated. If you follow me on Twitter, I'll let you guys know. But if all the stores and everything align right, because basically I had to pre-order this stuff for the new set, and shops that are around here, they know they're going to get it in. They just don't know when they're going to get in, and they don't know if they're going to get it in on the 25th, on the 26th, or maybe next week or the week the following week. They don't know. But whenever I know, you'll know, everyone will know, and we're going to do a huge opening.
The best thing is, even if they don't come in the right day, the best part is I know Troy will still make a way for that stream to happen that night, even if it's not those packs. So,
right. Even if
something to look forward to.
We'll still be streaming because it's typically every Saturday night we do stream. So
exactly. And I think right now, especially with us waiting for the Mandalorian, I think everyone needs something to look forward to. And if you haven't yet, join his stream. It's always fantastic. But
because you can, you may be opening up Pokemon cards, but we can talk about Star Wars.
Of course.
Day long.
Of course, like we do already. Yep. But anyway, Bombad boyos and girl, I don't know. Bombad boyos. thank you so much for joining this episode's this episode of the Bombadcast. Remember, if you had fun, if you enjoyed us, if you enjoyed Troy, please subscribe to ElderPug27 on YouTube and Twitch. Subscribe to Bombadcast, Beyond the Blast Doors network. Like us, share this, rate us 5 stars on iTunes, and review our stuff on iTunes. If you really like us, you feel the need, you can join our Patreon at patreon.com/beyondtheblastdoors. We would love to have you there. Exclusive content, exclusive episode from Jerry and I's show called Beyond Beyond. You can check that out. All kinds of other great stuff gets dropped there really early on Beyond the Blast Doors Patreon page. Also, if you want to keep up with us online, go to beyondtheblastdoors.com. We have articles posted there every day dealing with all kinds of stuff in the Star Wars universe, anywhere between Lego Star Wars to Star Wars Squadrons, which comes out actually in 2 weeks, by the way. Troy, we're gonna be on that too. We're gonna talk about that at some point. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at Bombadcast. If you want to leave a phone call or leave a message personally to us, you can leave it at 331-BEYOND. That is 331-223-9663. And Troy, what should the wonderful people do, my friend? What should they do to enjoy the rest of their Bombad Saturday?
You know what they should do? They should stay Bombad.
That's how you do it. That's how you do it, y'all. We will catch you next week on the Bombadcast.
Peace out.
All Bombad.